Well, good morning. Today is Wednesday, and it happens to be Beige Book. So I'm not trading the TF this morning. I thought I would take a look at the crude market, which has been rather volatile with the challenges in the crude lately. But I saw something that set up, and so I went ahead and took the short here as the stock market open. So let's see how it works out. Okay, well, my first effort at a short didn't work out so great. So let's try it again right here. See if we can't unload this pressure to the downside that I'm seeing. Well, it looked like maybe I was just too early because the pressure has finally started to pop to the downside. However, I have to wonder with those big charts there, the 4K and 6K charts down in the bottom right-hand corner, I kind of have to wonder if we don't have the potential here for a trending market. I want to see how far this retraces back down. And I may change my mind and start looking for longs. Okay, the retracement kind of happened about like I expected. And so now I really think we're set to go ahead and take off to the upside. Let's see what happens. Okay, it took a little bit before the market decided to go ahead and take off, but now we are well on our way, about halfway to my target. Just sitting waiting for it to get up there. All signs look good. Well, the market popped up, or actually pulled back a little bit, and then it popped up, and I thought we were really going to take off to my target. This is interesting. I've got my stop set to a couple of ticks, so I can get out of this trade without a loss. If the market comes back down though to my stop, then that kind of confirms that it's not going to be a trending day, and we're going to actually be in a pivoting day. And if that's the case, that's a little bit more my style of trade. So either way, I've got something to work with here. Let's see what happens. Alrighty. So it came down, got my stop, and that pretty well tells me what I was wondering. You know, are we going to be in a trending market, or are we going to be in a pivot market? It looks like the market may have started as a trend, but we are now more into a pivot style market. So I just have to wait for my pivot point, and I'll get into a trade. All right, well, I took a short, and within a second of taking the short, I couldn't even reach over and hit the record button before it...
Order cancel. Order filled.
There we go. Couldn't even...
Stop filled.
God, did it to me again. That's exactly what happened just a moment ago. I was taking the short, and before I could even do anything else, it just jumped up and hit the stop, and there it goes again. All right, so now I'm down about 4 points.
Order filled.
Let's see if we can get this short. I know it's in here. I really do. So one thing I do see there in the dome on the left-hand side is the market participation is really getting thin. I mean, we're 60 orders, 100 orders. That's really, really thin for this market. All right, let's see what happens. All right, where I drew that little box there, that's a potential area for short-term support. Bigger charts, though, kind of giving me the idea we don't need to worry about it, but I'm just going to pay attention and see what happens here. Okay, I just added on. Son of a biscuit. Okay, so I was adding on there because it was a nice place to add on, and it just took off. I mean, look at the dome right now. The market, you may need to rewind this video, but look at the market. Look how thin it is. This is just nuts. Now, the interesting thing is where it spiked up to, that's right up there by yesterday's high. So it's possible that we've just reached a major resistance area. But with me being down almost 10 points right now, I'm going to kind of take a breath here before I do anything else. Okay, had a nice little pullback there, and I could not get in on the pullback. The market was moving a little bit fast. As you can look in the dome there, we're still thin. 50, 60 total contracts being offered on the sell side. It's really, really thin. So I kind of had to chase the market to get in there. I guess I didn't have to chase it. I chose to chase it. All right, the stop is kind of widened up for the thin market. Let's see what we have happen here. Almost forgot to hit the record button. A couple of bars back there, you see where I marked the ad. I went ahead and put a second contract on just because I'm seeing more pressure to the downside. I do not think we're going to go up to that resistance again. So I went ahead and added an extra contract on there. Let's see what we get. Alrighty, well, crude oil inventories comes out in less than a minute. I really didn't expect to be hanging out in this trade quite so long. I mean, I entered between 9:10 and 9:12, and so we're looking at almost 20 minutes here on this trade. I guess everybody's been waiting to see what's going to happen. I've got my targets spaced out. One's down below, and the other one is down at a pivot point. That's calculated, pivot, support 1, support 2, resistance 1, resistance 2. So let's see what happens when the market. Okay, a lot of offers coming in. Let's see how this works out when the news comes out.
Bid volume.
Oh boy, here we go. Okay. Looks like the numbers are coming out in my favor. Almost to the first target.
Target bid volume.
Here we go. Okay. That's good. Now all I've got to do, that takes care of about half of the points deficit. And let me move my stop down here a little bit. All right. Just have to sit back and wait for it to head on down. Well, this is nice. Target's right there.
Target filled.
There we go. Target filled.
Bid volume.
4 points for the day. That's not bad. The trading was a little bit rougher than I wanted for the day. I actually was looking at crude because I was trying to avoid the craziness of the TF on Beige Book Day. Well, I jumped square into the middle of craziness on crude with the crude inventories. So, I don't know. Maybe I should have listened to that little voice that said don't trade. Nonetheless, 4 points for the day. I'll take it. Have a great day, and I may see you tomorrow. Bye now.